Yo, what's up everybody? Today I'm gonna take you guys on a great journey today, show you guys a little bit about my portfolio. I own everything from single family to multi-family to apartment building. I'm gonna show you a little bit of variety of everything I own, and I'm gonna show you what it cost me to buy something, what it cost me to build something, how much equity I have in some of these property, what kind of rent I'm getting for these property, to give you a good idea on what I do in Seattle. You guys ready? Let's go. This is the first stop. I want to show you the basic of rental property, which is single family home. This is a single family property bought here for $455,000 as a major fixer. It cost us about 170 grand to rehab this house. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath now. When we bought it, it was only a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with an unfinished basement. We're all in for $625 in this house right here. And this property here is easily appraised at $825,000. So we have 200 grand of equity on this one property. By the time we get done with this, well, hopefully we're gonna get like 4,500 bucks for the whole entire house, top and bottom. So this is what it's a single family number look like in Seattle. We are now in the backyard of this single family home. This is single family zoning, everybody. In Seattle, they allow us to put detached ADU in the backyard of a single family zoning property. This is about a 5,000 square foot lot. Also in Seattle, we can separate the lot and we can have 2 separate tax ID numbers. I mean, we can sell it anytime we want separately. They don't have to be bundled together. If you got an ADU coming to your town, which is a blessing, okay? Now, it's gonna cost me about $350,000 to build a 1,000 square foot detached ADU 2-story high. It's worth about $700,000 in this area. I mean, that's $350,000 with the equity on this detached ADU. And then I'm gonna be able to rent this out for $3,500. So in the back house, $350,000 with equity and $3,500 for a month in rent. This right here is also a mixture of single family and townhouses. So if you see on the other side of this duplex is a single family home. But since the zoning on this is actually townhouse, which is 1 level higher in density, so instead of actually putting an ADU, because the ADU, the max you can put is a 1 unit, 1,000 square feet. Since it's this townhouse, we can actually put 2 townhouses over here that is like 1,500 square foot each. What was here before was a vacant lot in the back. It was just a house with a big yard. We chopped it off and we built 2 townhouses. At the end of the day, this project right here, we owe about $550,000 each on each of the townhouse. I can easily sell this property today for $800,000, easy. So that's like basically $250,000 each in equity, times 2 units. That's $500,000, you guys, in this 2 unit, which is crazy. Right now, we rent each one of these units out for about $4,000. So the game with this property here, just to ride it right now, take a little bit of the cash flow, have a lot of equity in it, and then later on, 1031 into something bigger, and that way I can take all the equity and dump it into the next bigger site without paying no tax. That's how you do it, man. I am on my 8-unit brand new townhouse site here. We bought this property, you guys, about 3.5 years ago, $750,000 roughly. There was an old junk house on this property, and we tore the property down. And then we built these 8 brand new townhouses. These units right here, it costs us about $230 a square foot. They're about 1,500, 1,600 square feet. Today, we owe about $550,000 total on each of the units. Each of the units right now is been appraised about $850,000. So there's about $300,000 in equity each one of these property. You figure times 8 properties is like 2.4 million. These property here, 6 of them, we rent them out long term, okay? And then we roughly get about, I would say $3,800 to $4,000, about $4,000 mostly, okay? 2 of these units are rented Airbnb. What's interesting about Airbnb in the Seattle area, I noticed, is that November, December, January, February, March, they're really slow. I mean, like crazy slow. Hopefully, this is my first year doing this, that the summer months will actually make up for my winter months. I hope it does. If it doesn't, and I don't get that much more for Airbnb than my long-term, then I'm gonna convert these back into long-term, because the wear and tear of Airbnb is a lot more work than my long-term. Right now, all together, I bring in about $32,000 a month right now in rent, okay? And so at the end of the day, you guys, this property here, again, has $300,000 equity times 8, which is $2.4 million. We're bringing about $32,000 a month in gross revenue every month. And right now, when you minus all the mortgage and everything, we probably make about $1,000 a month per unit, okay, cash flow. But the goal right now is to get all these properties paid off so we can actually get $32,000 a month. And then maybe from there, maybe later on we might 1031 the whole thing into a bigger apartment building. We are at our 10-unit apartment building. This one is crazy, you guys, okay? So this one here, we originally bought, you guys see that brown building? That's a 4-unit apartment building. And this right here, where this building is, used to be their backyard or their parking. In this area right here, you guys, we are in an area called Urban Village and freaking transit. That means we do not need to provide parking for these apartment buildings whatsoever. So what we did, since this is zone multifamily, we took out the parking and we put 6 more units right here. So we got 4 in the front building, 6 in the back building. At the end of the day, you guys, this building right here, the whole entire thing, we have about $1.5 million in equity. This 10-plex right here has been appraised for about $3.5 million for the whole entire thing. We right now get on average $1,650 a unit on average. We have 10 units, that means we'll get $16,500 a month. But right now, we're cash flowing, we're doing good on this building, and right now all we want to do is we just want to ride the appreciation in the Seattle market. We're literally maybe 6 blocks away from downtown Seattle. So this location is killer. So we want to save this until we find a bigger site, and we're going to build a bigger complex, 1031 that into it, or we will sell this 1031 and build an apartment have an apartment already built out that we have, we roll into that. And this is how we're going to maximize or cash flow even more and more in the near future. But in Seattle right here, this is the play right here, you guys, okay? With no parking required, this is what we do in Seattle, how we make good money. We are here at the next stop. This is our multi-unit property. Now, we just came from our 10-unit apartment building. Now, this is our big multi-unit apartment building. This is 32-unit apartment building. And then soon you're gonna see another bigger apartment building. And I wish I could take you guys to Oakland, but we just finished doing a 100-unit apartment building, okay? So with this, let me tell you how it all started. This right here used to be an old junk purple house on this site. It sits on a 5,500 square foot lot. Not that big of a lot. To put 32 units on this, that's crazy, right? It's because in Seattle, we have certain density that allow us to do stuff like this. So this is a multi-unit zoning. However, in this same area, they have this overlay that says that if you're in the area where we have urban village and freaking transit, meaning there's a lot of transit buses running around, and there's an urban village where there's a lot of shopping in the area, right? The city did not allow you to put parking in the building. So this unit here, 32 unit, we not required to put parking. So basically this is all units. And the good thing about when you do all unit you got and you do no parking at the bottom, you don't have to pay for all the parking at the bottom because it costs a lot of money to do parking in the basement. And a lot of times people don't give you no money for those parking because they come with the building. So for us, this is a blessing. So this right here, we built this whole thing out. At the end of the day, we owe about $4 million on this site. This site over here already been appraised for about $6 million. Right? We just started leasing this. We have about 10 of them already leased up. Okay, and we got a few more to go. Now, if you guys are thinking about renting in Seattle, go to alignapartment.com, right? You guys can check out the building. Right now, we rent these for an average about $1,200. If you think about it, do the math, 32 units, that's like $28,400 a month in rent. When this thing here be all leased up, I'm shooting for $30,000 a month in total rent every single month. Imagine when this thing is paid off in a year, that's $360,000 a year in cash flow, you guys. When it's all paid off, that's life-changing, baby. And I have no investor in this site. It's all me. I own 100% myself. This here is another bird strategy where I got pretty much all my down payment, and I got some of my development money back in my pocket. So I got very little money in this property. I got a lot of equity in this, you see, and a lot of cash flow. This, you guys, what I want to do more of in the near future. Right, so now I'm at my 38-unit apartment building. Now this property here, you guys, we bought this in 2011 for about $475,000. It was pretty much a junk house. We scraped it down and we built 38-unit micro apartment. The average unit is about 250 square feet, and we rent these out roughly for about $200 per unit. Time 38 unit, that's about roughly $45,000 a month in gross rent. Right now we owe roughly about $3.2 million. The bank appraised it recently for $6.2 million roughly, and right now we have about $3 million equity on this property. All right, that is a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed the little journey behind the scene and what Thach has owned, from single family, multi-family to apartment building. All right, you guys got to see basically, right, what I actually buy, what I build in this area. You guys see the Seattle market is crazy, right, in prices and in rent, okay? Why I choose to invest in Seattle, I want the appreciation and I want the high rent because I want my net worth to grow rapidly. In Seattle, historically, right, we appreciate about 7%, okay? That means it double every 10 years. These properties gonna be worth a lot every few years, you guys. I mean, the next 30 years, I calculate, I have over $1 billion of real estate. That's how crazy it is. Bam! So, you guys probably wondering, Thach, what does it take to actually buy property, right? Anyway, if you're gonna buy a rental property, if you buy something already moved in, already value up, already, you can't do no more adding value, you're gonna typically have to put down about 20-25%. Now, your money's gonna be stuck there. And you're not gonna get the most cash flow, but your money's stuck there. What I do with you guys is I actually do with the burst strategy. And I buy stuff where I can add value to remodel it, put more units on the property, tear it down, put bigger units, so I can get a lot of equity in this property, so that at the end of the day, I can get my original down payment money back, hopefully some of my development money back. I can take that money and I can actually grow my portfolio again. And this is how I've been able to grow my portfolio, guys, with really no investor and do it all by myself, okay, with basically no other investor. And this is how, again, you guys see, I do in the burst strategy in single family, multi-unit, and apartment building in the most expensive city around the United States, Seattle. So if I can do it, you can do it, okay? Other than that, you guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, comment in the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the video. Hit that subscribe button, baby. See y'all soon. Peace.